joining me for another edition of a live and kicking on location. I am Lisa Marie Benz, your host, and I am here today at the beautiful Holiday Inn LPGA. And the reason for this show is, of course, to introduce you, the viewers, to all the local legends in the beautiful Florida area. And today I am here with William Brenner, and I actually know Mr. Brenner, so I get to call him Bill, which is great. Thanks for coming to the show, Bill.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So let me explain to you a little bit about William Brenner. Oh my gosh, it's been a long time, and you have just evolved into this masterpiece. Anyway, Bill is president and CTO of Pangolin Laser Systems, which is a multinational organization with offices in the United States, Central Europe, and mainland China. He has also been published in numerous trade journals and is also co-author of the best-selling books Game Changers and Win, not to be confused with Charlie Sheen's Winning, right?
Yeah.
And has been featured on NBC, CBS, ABC, and Fox television affiliates around the country. He represents the state of Florida in the United States Skill Olympics and represented the U.S. in International Skill Olympic trials, receiving gold medals for each. Brenner has also received the International Laser Display Association's highest accolade, the Career Achievement Award. And as I mentioned, I've known him a long time, so I get to call him Bill. So once again, Bill, welcome to the show. So glad we got a chance to get together. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it has. I'm glad to be here.
So tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Well, I know that your program here is about local people, and I am a local person. I grew up in the Port Orange area, and I went to Spruce Creek High School. I wasn't a jock. I didn't hang out with the cool kids.
You were the computer geek, I can tell.
I was a nerd. And so in high school at Spruce Creek, I took the electronics program that they had, which is a wonderful program. I took it for 3 years. And then after high school, I went on to college. I went to DBCC here in the Daytona Beach area, and also UCF, the campus here in the Daytona Beach area. But I didn't graduate with a degree. I'm not sure if it was laziness or lack of wisdom, but I only took the courses that were of interest to me, which were mostly electronics and computer program related. So while in high school and also in college, I played in a rock band. And yeah.
A computer nerd and a rock band? Go figure.
Yeah, I played bass and synthesizer, and we had Nick Anselin on drums and Bob Borrell on guitar. And we played top 40 music, and mostly at parties, and it was just for fun. You know, we didn't get paid or anything like that. And let me stop right there and say that I've taken a look at some of your other interviews, and you know, with the people who I really grew up and whose music we played in our band, people like
Eddie Money.
Yeah, Eddie Money, definitely.
Shakin'.
Yeah, and Molly Hatchet. I can't believe it. You know, what's so interesting is that when I was learning to play bass, I just taught myself. I learned by listening to Molly Hatchet music and just playing along. So I can't believe that you interviewed some, you know, my basically my idol and essentially my mentor in bass playing.
Yeah, that's great. And did you know that they live in Jacksonville?
Yeah, I didn't know that until I watched your interview.
See, that's how informative these shows are.
So it was really cool.
I didn't know you were ever in a band.
Yeah, I sure did.
Well, you know, that's probably where all your creativity came from.
Yeah, I think
it helped.
It actually was kind of handed down to me from my mom and dad, who were also musicians themselves. So, well, while I was in this band, one of the things that I noticed was that the concerts at the time all had lasers as a part of them. You know, Pink Floyd and Deep Purple and AC/DC, these bands just all had big-time laser shows as a part of their musical performance. And so I thought to myself, hey, you know, if we had a laser, it would elevate our status as a band. You know, it would just be kind of like unusual. It would kind of position us alongside the major performing acts that are having these big concerts. And so, being a cocky young kid with an electronics background, I figured I can handle this no problem. And so I looked into lasers, and it was just really expensive. It was just, just incredibly expensive, and it's just no way that a kid on a college budget can afford such a thing. Basically unobtainium. And so, what happened with the band was what typically happens with bands. Bob worked as a cook, and Nick worked as the air conditioner repairman, and I worked at the cable company. We all had different schedules, and we couldn't really get together on a regular basis for practice sessions, and so the band kind of dissipated. But my interest in laser just kind of tended to grow and grow. And within a few months, I actually met up with another guy who had a similar interest in music and computer programming, and his name was Patrick Murphy. And so since we had similar interests and a similar background, we decided to create a partnership to create this company, Pangolin, which now we do software that controls lasers, and so that's kind of how the company Pangolin got started.
Now, what does pangolin mean? It makes me think of a little penguin.
Well, actually, it's a great question. A pangolin is a small East Asian ant-eating animal.
So I'm not too off target there.
No, they're in Malaysia and so forth, and they're apparently some people eat pangolin. It's a delicacy. Some people make shoes and belts out of pangolins. So it's
now that I like, because now we're talking accessories. So now let's talk a little bit about these books you've got and everything you've got going on. Tell us a little bit about Win over there.
Okay, yeah. So
you share your tips with people on how to be very business savvy.
Well, that's right. It's Win. It says 35 winning strategies from today's leading entrepreneurs. I didn't write this whole book by myself. I am one of the authors. I'm actually in a group here in the Orlando area. Mm-hmm. It's a group. It's a company. It's called Dix Nanton Agency. It was created by J.W. Dix and Nick Nanton, and they created this agency to help businesses. And one of the things that they do is they with small business, what happens with small businesses, it's not a business person that creates a small business. It's a technician, whether it's a seamstress or a pie maker, or in my case, a computer programmer. We get into business thinking that if we only do this great technical work, then that's all there is, but it isn't. So we wind up, as the business expands and grows, we wind up having problems, and the answer to those problems is coaching. And so let me stop right there and say, okay, so we're here in beautiful LPGA. Did you know that Tiger Woods, in his best day, when he was on top of the world, had 5 separate coaches?
I know he had 5 separate mistresses.
Well, maybe they were also...
They might have been coaching him in different ways, but no, really.
So, what's interesting to me is when I heard that, it was a complete shock, because I thought, Tiger Woods, he's on top of the world. He is the coach. He is the master. What does he need coaches for? And what I learned was that great people become great through coaching in many cases. And so businesses also need coaches. And this company, Dix Nanton Agency, that's one of the things that they do, is they coach businesses and how to get better and how to improve and resolve the problems that are inevitable in all small businesses. So problems having to do with organization and systemization. Well, one of the things that they do is in their helping business people, they encourage business people to write about their experiences and what they, just basically to convey and share their information. And so that's kind of where this book comes in. I'm one of the authors in it. There's 34 others. There's authors in here from, there's a personal injury attorney, and there's dentists and doctors, fitness specialists, and just a lot of different people who've contributed to this book. And so we put this thing together, and we've got 35 winning strategies, and my chapter is about a technique that we use at Pangolin to create products, and specifically to create new products in new areas where products didn't exist before. What I write about in the book Win is how we created this product called Quick Show, which is revolutionizing the laser industry, basically bringing lasers to the common man, people who couldn't, who has no experience with laser, no technical background or anything. And so we've got this product that can help people to do laser shows now.
Which, of course, leads us into Quick Show right here. And, before we get into that, lasers have come a long way, because even, let's just say my friends that have had some laser touch-ups done on their face Of course, not me, but my friends. But they're getting, plastic surgeons are using lasers.
It's all over. It's been used in dental now. So instead of using a drill, they can use a laser for dental work.
And are you behind all these lasers?
No,
These different formulas?
we really have specialized in what's called entertainment display. In other words, laser light shows. There are a lot of different disciplines for laser applications. There's medical, as you spoke about, dental, industrial applications, even at supermarket barcode scanners and things of that nature. But what we've done is, when Patrick and I formed this company, we really were very adamant that we were going to concentrate only on laser light show software, and by concentrating on that, we do that the best.
Great. Okay. So now tell us more about Quick Shows. How exactly does that work? And where can people get these items?
Well, Quick Show, it's a brand new software package from us, and what people do is they buy this and they couple it with a laser projector that's available from our dealers, or even, you know what, a friend of mine up in Pennsylvania was telling me about how he saw a laser projector in Spencer Gifts for $200. And so it's come way down in price. Remember the days when I was in the band looking to get a laser, it was $25,000, and now you can get one for $200. So you can couple one of these low-cost projectors in the $200 to a few $1,000s range with our software and perform a laser show. And this has had a major impact on mobile DJs and clubs. We're basically bringing the big laser shows like you see at major concerts and these theme parks to a club environment. And even with a DJ who goes around and does birthday parties and things like that, they can now do a laser show with this.
And it makes such a big difference because people want to be entertained. They don't want to just sit and watch, like, say, a band. They have to have things going on in the background and everything. So that's exactly where you come into play with your laser shows and everything.
It is. It really does kind of reach out and pull the people into the performance.
Now, what results have you achieved with Quick Show?
Well, the neat thing is that as a result of the coaching that we've received from Dick Snanton, and as a result also of Quick Show, Pangolin's business in terms of our sales are up 50% this year. And of course, 2011, it's a down economy. A lot of people are really struggling. So to have a banner year, this is our best year ever, that's a pretty good result.
Your best year ever?
Yes, it is.
Well, that is good to know, definitely.
Yeah. But now here's the thing that I really like, and was somewhat surprising to me. We've got this Facebook page for our business where people are posting about their experiences using our software and the different things. And we have a lot of people who are telling us exactly what results they have gotten from our product. For example, there's this guy, his name is Jarrett Ammer. He is in New York City, he's a DJ. He's been a DJ there for 13 years, right? And so what he was doing was he was doing DJs in different clubs and parties and stuff like that, but he felt like that he was stagnating. He wasn't really going anywhere. And so what he did was he got a laser system and our Quick Show package, and immediately it kind of really propelled him and his performance to another level. He became well known for having a laser show as part of his thing, and in fact he was written up in some New York City magazines, and so he got kind of some personal some personal regard that way.
Right.
And what was neat was that this exposure enabled him to get into the two biggest clubs. So now Fridays and Saturdays he's working the two biggest clubs in New York City, one of them being District 36. And now here's the kicker. This is the part that got me. He said, you remember that movie A Night at the Roxbury?
Yes.
Which is the two guys,
The
and
three
they're
guys,
always
and they're-
on the outside of the club. They want to get in the club, but they can't get in. They're just kind of stuck on the outside. This guy was like that. Not that he couldn't get into the club, but he was not able to become a DJ in this club. He just couldn't. But with the notoriety he gained from having this laser system and being written up, he was able to land a job in this club, and the DJs that work in this club that he's now working side by side were always his idol. And so by having lasers, it elevated his status, got him recognition and notoriety, and now he's working side by side. He says it's just like a dream come true.
Well, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what about Studio 54?
I'm not even sure that's around anymore.
I'm aging myself here,
Yeah.
but there are still stories about
Oh,
that
believe
place.
me, I hear the stories.
So if people want to learn more about these business groups and your company, where should they go?
Okay, so the name of the company is Pangolin. Let me see if I can find an area of this. That's the logo. It's called Pangolin. It's spelled Pangolin. If they just go to our website, pangolin.com, they can learn all about us. And now with respect to the book's available on Amazon.com for $19.95. But if anyone out there sends me an email, just at pangolin.com, there's an email contact form on our website, I will give them an electronic copy of the book for free so they can read the book on their computer or an iPad or something like that.
Wow, how amazing is that? So anyway, but thank you so much, Bill, for joining us today. I know that you came all the way over here from O-Town.
Yeah.
So what a pleasure that was. And be sure to check out all of my shows. Bill has seen a few of them at www.youtube.com/LisaMaryland.com. That's LEESA Maryland.com. So you can see all the local movers and shakers in this wonderful place we call Florida. And cheers to following your dreams. Be sure you check out Bill's books at Amazon.com and Pangolin.com.
Pangolin.com.
And make it a great day and follow your dreams. Bye-bye.